last word, so big breath. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Once more. 1, 2, big breath. So, breath control. Breath control. One of the many things that this exercise does for you is it trains your breath control, which means it teaches you how much air that you need to use versus how much air you're actually using. Some of us are dumping the air through our instruments so quickly and using it all too fast. But the way that you use the air and the way that you set the embouchure, which dictates how fast the air releases and escapes, determines how long you can sustain a phrase without having to breathe. Okay? And I talk about flutes and tubas. And I tell you, flutes, you listen to recordings of flute players, and you will hear them sustaining these phrases and going and going and going. And you're just like, I just don't understand how. And it's a breath control thing that is dictated by the embouchure and how much air that you are allowing to get through. Same thing with tuba, but really a lot of flutes. Okay? All right, let's do all tongue legato. Da 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 da. Use a nice da soft. Da 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 da. Ready? 1, 2, deep breath. Ready? Staccato, please. Nice and light with space. Teep, 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 teep. 1, 2, 3. Try that one again. Big breath. Please remember to breathe. Good, large, healthy breath. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Based on the design of the instrument, which wind instrument do you think should be able to play the longest without a breath?
Trumpet.
Maybe clarinet.
Somebody say flute?
No.
Because I just said, yeah, flute escapes a lot faster based on the setting. Right?
Tuba.
The answer in here in this room is clarinet.
Oh.
Okay, clarinet. And I'd say maybe kind of a tie for second place between alto sax and trumpet. You guys, the air is going to escape more quickly. Why? Because there's a bigger opening. Right? There's a bigger opening.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
Okay? But really getting a good breath every time. Now, notice I said a nice, large, healthy breath. Unhealthy breath. You should never wheeze when you are drawing the air to play, because it makes your throat tight and dry and cold, and it's not good. Now, you should still feel that cold spot in the back of your throat when you're taking in a good breath. You know, this cold, dry spot, but there's also a tight, if you make your throat tight and closed, right? It has to be relaxed. This morning, Professor Michael Stevenson, the director of the music department at PCC, I asked him if he would come by and work with my saxophones a little bit this morning during jazz band, and he absolutely, he was supposed to come yesterday, and it was a mix-up, but he ended up making it work to come today. We're really trying to work on a couple of inflection things, like a scooping up into a note for a thing that we're doing on one of our tunes. And he helped them with that, but at the very end of it, Joseph stayed in there a little bit longer with him and got a little mini lesson, because in Wicked, on the first alto saxophone part, there's a part where he has to play a high F sharp, like way up here, on alto sax, and he not only has to be able to play it, but he has to take it off. 2 and 3, and not just play the note, but get it, boom, just like that, in one little peck of air. And it's not just the fingering. You see, you look at a fingering chart, but then Professor Stevenson said, no, that's called a front F, try this, and he shows them a different thing, and after 1 or 2 attempts, popped right out. And then he also talked to him a little bit. He was like, no, when you went up to the F, you're kind of gripping a little too hard. Relax that a little bit. Came right out. And even Joseph was like, cool. And they're like, wow, okay. That's why when I preach to you guys about private lessons, so many things become demystified and just so much more clear to understand, and therefore so much more accessible. You know, you can grasp the concepts better with that private lesson teacher. I got trumpet. I can do trumpet. Okay, at that kind of level, right? And I can give private lessons to other students on different instruments as well. But if you're doing a private lesson, it needs to be with a trained professional on your instrument, because they know best. They know best. And I had a couple of parents at a previous high school employment ask me if I would give their children private lessons. I'm like, well, they're my students during the day. I don't really. They're like, no, they want to take lessons with you. I'm like, well, I'm flattered. And I kind of help them some, but I also encourage them to get lessons with someone else. Do you know why?
Why? They're gonna get tired of you.
Because you might think we're trying to see your face.
Sorry, what?
I said you might think we're trying to see your face sometimes.
I can't open your mouth wide when you speak. I can't understand you.
I said you might think we're tired of seeing your face sometimes, so you want to see other people.
100% correct. That's exactly right, Adrian. Because you need a different face, a different voice from time to time. Sometimes it just clicks with you just simply because it's a different person with a voice. So, and if I could just like put on a mask and change my voice, and then it connects with you, then I'm all about, you know, I like Halloween, you know, I'll dress up, you know, but that's not how it works. You know it's me. So, anyways, okay, so let's move on. All right, so we are at line over. Confession. I would like you guys to have a word of prayer if you're religious, because today I submitted my second round of grant proposals for marching percussion replacements. 4 different grants. I worked insanely hard on them and just got them submitted. These grant forms are old, and you have to write a lot of it in pencil. And my writing skills have gone down. My handwriting is fine. And I've always had this problem since as long as I can remember. I overgrip my pencil. So after just a little while, it really starts to cramp out. So, but I was under a deadline, so I'm living there 25. You know, and then I sent them off, and my hand really hurts. So, anyways, I tried to switch to my right hand, it went downhill very quickly. So I'm not okay. All right. All right, here we go. Third. For the what? Yeah, the full Yamaha, marching percussion set. Stands, harnesses, cases, and covers. And I justified in my very long 2-page, single-spaced, 11-font letter that I submitted to them, which they asked for. I gave it to them exactly why. But they also were asking things like, what will receiving funds for this project do for the community? Like,
Want us to sound nice?
You want me to razzle dazzle you with that? No problem. I talked about pride in your community, in your school. I talked about the glowing little faces that I see on the sides of the street when we're marching in praise and they see the band going by. I mean, I built this thing to an Oscar-winning performance. Pulitzer Prize stuff. Okay? No AI could be.
Deja would love that.
Okay? 101. 1, 2, see that? Now I've got to do it.
Okay.
Now I've got to do it. Okay, now trombones, I was hearing some stuff, 113, 114, and I heard this thing at 117. Ba, 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 ba. I started hearing that, but then we got to grow it.
All right.
Okay, we got to grow it. I'm slow. All right, my tempo is slow. It sounded so in tempo. Right, jump, 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 right back to 101. Let's do a big break tempo, please. And 1, 2, ready. Jump, 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 Let's only go back a little bit. 113, please. 113. Ready? What's a better crescendo? That's big. That's fortissimo. Dot, 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 dot. It's big. Okay? 113, please. Ready? And then 1, 2, ready, and. try to complicate it.
That's what's written.
Don't try to,
That's what's written.
What, 7, 8 times? Yeah, I get it, but our tempo is erratic, okay? That's what I mean, okay? 125, come on, trumpet, stop, stop, stop. Try to be able to hear these notes without going, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Find the center and let the air go. Beep, 2, 3, bop, bop, and practice that. You have to practice. Now, hitting a note and holding it, I think is easier than hitting a note and picking it up and stopping it instantly. Bop, bop, bop. All right? It's not easy. It's not. I'm not trying to say it is. Okay? But go after it with good technique. Don't pinch. Because when you're pinching, it's, first of all, you're forcing everything. When you pinch, you're actually making it harder to do. It's about air speed. It's not about how hard you're gripping. The only flexed part of your lips should be the corner. Okay? Once you commit yourself, yeah, there has to be some compression of the center of the lips, obviously, but not mashing them together so hard that you're literally just, you're extinguishing the buzz. So if I'm trying to buzz my lips, all right, but I start mashing them together, it extinguishes the buzz. So it actually works against you and makes you work even harder. It's like this vicious cycle. It's like, I'm trying to get it out. Alright, and then it just goes down to a singularity. It splashes it into nothing. Okay?
Bless you.
So please, you must work on ta, getting the note out. It's still, it's fast air. And remember, the tongue is up. Key. That's what I was saying during your warm-ups. Da-ee-ah-ee-ah. Da-ee-ah-ee-ah-ee. Hear when I'm raising my tongue? It's not. That would be low. Oh. Key. Right? You have to be willing to make adjustments. Okay? In order to find that range and then be able to pick it off, like we're doing right here. Okay? So start at 121, everybody. This is 4 measures before 125. Ready? And 1, 2, ready, and. Sorry, massive ringing in my ears out of nowhere. Oh, ouch. Okay, so no. That particular measure, dop, 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 doop, 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 boop, 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 bop. Like if you played something different there, working your way down the toms, that's fine. It doesn't have to be exactly that. All right, but for the one after that in 124, that one needs to be as is. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of carte blanche right there in 122. Same place, please. 121 and 1, 2, ready, and. first of all, we have to stand at full volume. And then, it's gotta be even bigger when you come back in on that beat 3 of 142. 1, 2, ra, 1, 2, shabba dabba dibba dabba da. We're missing some.
The movement of your middle finger. Have you been training with your middle finger? Oh, Norris.
Start the same place. Here we go. 121, please. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, finish. It's just air. It's just air. I'm trying to sit here and stare at the part and say, what is it that we're not connecting with? And it's air. All I'm doing is I'm blowing more air. You've got to play with a presence of sound. A presence of sound that gets through the ensemble a little bit more. All right, there's got to be a sound that gets through here and there and there and gets out of the ensemble. What's happening right now is it's kind of moving about 3 feet in front of you and dying. And again, it's not just about playing louder. It is a presence of sound. It's a presence of sound. Do it again. Do it again. 121. Now, I'm not saying play ugly and nasty. I'm saying use more air and get that sound out of your body. Ready? Here we go. And 1, 2, ready, trumpets, start. What measure is this? 137. Everybody find 137 and play right now if you have that melody with them. Ba dee da 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 da. Play if you have that, please. Ready? 1, 2, ready, end. Do it again. 1, 2, ready, end. trumpet. That's a trumpet. Little sound, and you're kind of allowing your tone to open up. Ready? Watch this. It goes from trumpet to trumpet in one note. And all I'm literally doing is opening my teeth a little bit, using a little more air. Okay? It goes from trumpet to trumpet. Tone, characteristic tone. Just like trombone. The difference between quality trombone tone and moo-cow. Da 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 da, playing with a characteristic tone, which most of you guys are doing pretty well over there when it comes to tone. Every now and then we forget. All right, but you can't let your tone get inside of a shell like a hermit crab. All right, play in that same spot, 137. Ready? I'm not playing, I'm listening. 1, 2, ready, go. What? No, 139. 139. Boy, my sarcasm is dripping out of my ears today. I think that's when my ears started hurting. Okay? I'll be back with you. D da 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 da. Rest into N4. You have to make sure that you feel the rest on 1 and be ready on the end of 1. D da 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 da. N to N4. There's your rhythm. Now, trumpets we're playing B natural, right? We're playing B natural, right? And you have the da 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 right there. First measure, bottom line, second, third. Okay. B, 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 or E, D, C, B. B natural, correct? Play that rhythm again. Those that have it. 1, 2, 2 measures, go. You have to make sure you get up high enough for your trumpet. You have a knock and jump there. Okay, do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. Again, 2, ready. F sharp, right? Second finger, la 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 la. Alright? So now who plays that over there? It's just flute and clarinet or just flute? Clarinet's attitude. All of you with that melody elevate your body. Raise your volume up one significant notch higher. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay? Yeah, a little bit more right here. I'm standing right behind you. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, Nelly, fine then. I hear you. God, man. All right, good. Thank you. Again? Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Ba, 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 ba. I love that trumpet part right there. Okay, everybody started in 136. Ready? Let's get to the end of this one. And 1, 2, ready. Now, or don't pinch. Don't pinch. It literally sounds like we're playing out of our nose right now. Right, don't pinch. Right? Sit on the note, don't pinch, keep the teeth open. Even though it's really, because you're up higher, you still want to make sure the tone goes down. Up. See, that almost sounds flat, but it's correct. All right, it's right. I'll put it on the tuner. I guarantee it's right. You've got to find the center of your pitch, which is lower than where you are. And you don't get there by pulling this out. You get there by relaxing this. We're pinching. So many of us are pinching, especially when we play high. Right? If you've ever played flute and you try to play a really high note, and your lips actually buzz, you feel so stupid when it happens too. Because you're like, excuse me, right? But it's because it's a technique thing. If I were to get Dr. Christine Gustafson in here with these eyeballs that she's got, the flute professor from ECU, like, oh, she looks through you. She sees your soul. Okay? Right? But she will explain it. I need to get her in here. All right? It's time for me to start calling on my colleagues from ECU and get them over here. You know who's also a really good saxophone player? Mike Blakesley. He's great. Okay? We have a lot of band directors in this county that are really good musicians. All right? So, Mr. Howard over at Rose, you know what his instrument is, right?
What is?
Tuba. And he's great. Okay? So,
Amazing.
Anyways, so now let's do that again with me standing here so I can hear you. Ready? I want to go back. I want to do the big one. 121. Ready? 121. All right? Think about a leading sound that is present and open. All right? Don't pinch. Just move the air and move it fast. Let it go. Okay, here we go. 121. 1, 2, ready. Okay, now there was no conducting, so I think you kind of lost track of time. Okay? Okay, start at, please find, measure 139. 139.
I found it.
I think that'd be a great something to hear as a flute, clarinet, and alto sax pass off playing test. Okay, that's a big one. All right, get everybody involved. Don't assume yourself exempt. Don't exempt yourself. Okay. Earlier this year, I'm getting on a student for not knowing how to do something. I'm like, come on, you gotta work on it, you gotta work on it. This, that, And then the next day, still nothing. The next week, still nothing. 2 weeks later, still nothing. I'm like, what's going on? And finally, the student tried to plead their case and say, I've only been playing a couple of years. Well, here's my high school response. So, learn. There's no time like the present. You'd be amazed as to how quickly and efficiently somebody who started late in band can catch up to everybody else and even pass them. All right? You'd be amazed by it. It's like you're in the express lane. Go! All right? But you make a choice for whether or not you choose to get better or just let it sit there and make excuses. Don't make excuses. Make improvements. Don't allow yourself to not get better just because you're going to pull the I haven't been playing as long card. All right? That only goes so far. Okay? All right, right there. 139. 139. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready? Do it again. And 1, 2, ready, and. All right, trumpet, you gave up on the note. Through 1, off on 2, play on 3. But we're kind of fading. Don't let it fade. It's like it's organ. So it does not taper, it does not fade, it does not dovetail. It goes all the way. Full sound. Ready? Same place. And 1, 2, ready, go. There's a note. There's a note. Okay, we have an A, right? We change that to an A for y'all. That's a big note we need to hear. Okay? That's what we should hear on that chord. All right, saxophone rips into that. Okay? Let's do it again. Ready? 139. 1, 2, ready, What's the issue, trumpet? Are you confused? Are you confused?
For the first one.
I got you. That's what I'm asking you to do right there. Ba 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 ba. Ba. What's happening right here is our sounds kind of sort of doing this. It's like fizzling. I don't know if it's a breath control thing. It shouldn't be. Not on that note on that instrument. Okay? So straight through. Straight through. Keep the sound straight through. Just make sure you know where that is. And then be ready for the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Bob. Simple concept. Don't complicate that right there. Okay? Here we go. Same place. 1, 2, ready, and. That note is this. About. Da. more air and then taper back. Accent the note. Right now it's da. We have to feel that accent. Again. Go now. You can start playing like we have two full air tanks right here. Full set of lungs. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. You faded. You faded. Is it that hard? Let me try. Let me just do it. Ready? Now I'm just trying to see because that's really an issue. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Are you running out of air? Are you running out of air? Then go. Then go. Last time. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. Such a cool part. That's sparkle. Good. That's sparkle. Okay? Trumpets, what's happening here is we're like frozen in the moment. Almost like a deer in headlights kind of thing. Don't be. Alright? Attack with the horns. Said that in jazz band this morning. Okay? Attack! Alright? I went on a field trip recently with my 8-year-old son and his second grade class to this place in the middle of nowhere outside of the town of Macclesfield. This adorable little zoo called It's a Zoo Life.
Oh.
Okay? I didn't even know it existed. It was so fun. It was so fun, and I had all this feed. You know, I was feeding horses and goats and different stuff, and there was a little monkey over there where the kids were doing this, and the monkey was kind of doing it back. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was so cute. But, and they had a 1,200-pound camel, fed the camel. But with the goats, there was like 5 females, and there was 1 male, because he had the horns. And every time I would go up with the feed, these females would come up for some, and then the male would come up, and he would literally, with his horns, he would go, and he would just shove them out of the way. So I would have to like trick him. And I would be like, I would have some feed over here in this hand, and I would say, come here, and I'd go to the male, and I go, and I'd throw some over there, and then I'd feed them all. Right here. It's a goat. It's not that smart, it's not smart, alright, but he's aggressive. That's just what he does, it's an instinct. And you have to have a certain amount of aggress with your music. Okay, you can't be afraid. I learned this in the 8th grade, alright, my band director, Mr. Barker, asked me to play the Star Spangled Banner at a basketball game. I had just gotten my first step-up trumpet. It's not just me. It was a shiny, beautiful silver horn. I hadn't played it yet. Literally just got it. I was so excited. And I learned the Star Spangled Banner on my own. I just learned it, memorized it. And I got my horn out of the case. He was like, all right, let's walk down to the gym. And he was there, my father was there, and he was like, maybe blow a couple of notes on it, make sure everything's good. And stupid me, I went, it's good. Then we went to the gym, and our basketball games were highly attended. This is at Age House. Okay, and I hope it didn't exist yet. It was a tobacco field. Went out all the way to the middle of the court, where the first base was painted, and I stood there and they said, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. And everybody stood up, and I faced the flag, and I went. And to shorten the story, my third valve was turned backwards. For whatever reason. I wanted to murder the guy that sold me that trumpet. Alright, like why? Because if the valve is in backwards on a brass instrument, just so you know, I just turned it backwards. This is what happens. It's like you're blowing against a wall. It's like trying to play a note through that center line. Ain't gonna do it. Okay? Nothing. So then, and then you can start hearing some murmurs out of the crowd. Oh, what's going on? But they're being very quiet, and I just kind of course, it's always the last place you look, right? You look, check first, fine, check second, fine, check third. And then I clicked it into place. You realized it was backwards. You gotta be kidding me. But then I had to make the biggest, most epic recovery ever. And without spit in my instrument, and then I played all the way through it, and it went really well. And then they all cheered and applauded, and everything was over. And I walked out of that gym, and I was just like, crap. But what happened? I told it, and my father pointed at me and said, "That's why you check before you perform, to make sure." So literally every performance since then, my entire life, right before it's about time for me to play, you will see me go. Catch that? I'm gonna make sure they're turned the right way. Click. All right, we're good. So, but some trumpets, depending on the valve guides, which are the little nubs that stick off the sides, if it's backwards, the nub will still click into place. So you gotta be careful. Some of them, it won't click unless it's exactly perfectly right. But even this trumpet right here, I have metal valve guides instead of plastic ones, and it'll still click into place, even if it's wrong. So, and I could have, and just ran off crying. No, you persevere, you recover, and you go. It happens. It happens. So, when Mariah Carey was performing at New Year's Eve in New York City years ago, I'm not old enough to remember this, she was supposed to be singing one of her famous tunes, Emotions, and she had no monitors on the stage. The monitors are the wedge speakers that face towards you, so when they're singing, they can actually hear themselves, because it's so loud with the crowd. They have to do that in concerts, to be able to hear themselves and be able to stay on pitch. But for some reason, her monitors weren't working. So the music is going, and she's kind of, all right, everybody, I can't hear anything, and it was very awkward. And we're all just sitting there watching TV. Oh, I can't not look, and it was just like, oh, that really sucks. And we found out later that she had no sound check. Do not have a sound check when you're using that amount of electronics. There will be a little gremlin that will get into the system and screw it up, and it won't be right. No matter how many times they check it, it will not be right. One of our last concerts, microphone failed, right? So, we even checked it. We checked it before the concert, and it still wasn't there. And Mr. Ward, after the concert, make sure you check the mic before the concert starts. Flyer. So it's like the lid is coming out. All right, so are we getting there with, Dancing Through Life? Yeah. All right, so this is where we skip forward to 179.
I love the.
Okay, we're in D, don't talk. You have nothing to say, don't talk. Okay, and D flat, and D flat major. Concert instruments, there's 5 flats, B, E, A, B, and G. Okay, all right, B flat instruments, clarinet, bass clarinet, G, saxophone, that's 3 flats, G flat, okay, alto and baritone, B flat and E flat. Here we go. So, we get to the pickup of 184 fluid, da da dee da 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 da.
I love how every single note I have is flat.
This is what I call a pop vocal rhythm, meaning it has a lot of ands and tricky rhythms in there, so I'll help you with it, okay? Sir?
We have bassoon cues. I'm guessing you don't want us to play those?
Well, consider we don't have a bassoon,
Or
I'd love for you to play it.
oh, okay.
Yes, thank you for asking me. We go 179, please. And 1. Too fast. 80, quarter note equals 80. And go. 1, 2, ready, 3. It's not an opportunity to play or practice or talk. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Dee da da da. A flat, 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 A flat. You're not playing natural flute. All right, come on, key signature. Low brass high. Throw up. Thank you. Don't do that. 179. 1, 2, ready. 179 again. 1, 2, ready. Mark. Mark the notes that you're missing. Mark all those flats that you're missing. The pencils that are on your music stand. Mark it. Okay. All right. So as you're marking, flute measure 186. I do not care about those grace notes. I'm not feeling those. I even tried to work on them to try to explain it, and I don't like it. 1 and 2 and 1 and da da da. That's the measure with the triplet. Ba 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 ba. And yes, ma'am.
But just in the future, F flat is that E natural?
Same as E natural. That's correct. You got it. I thought I was lucky. Oh. I thought that's where I was ready to apologize. There's some, we're talking about aggressing. There you go, all right then. Yeah, no, it's fine, yes, sir.
On 192, on the second B, there's an A2.
F, no, I'm not looking, hold on. 192, what's your
There's
question?
an A2.
A2, yeah, that just means all,
Pardon the interruption. Students that are riding bus, would be riding bus 443. You'll be riding bus 267 today. Students that ride bus 443.
that just means all play for whoever's playing that part.
Thank you.
Y'all get that? Sorry, I didn't talk over it. Here we go. 179, we got just another minute or two. 1, 2, ready, and go. You eventually found the note. All right, everybody take your pencil, measure 198, and draw a fermata. That's going to be a fermata, and then we will continue into bong, 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 and to define gravity. And those of you that have measure 197, eighth note, dotty quarter, da da, little separation, da 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 da. Okay. Now, the next, all the way to the end of the tune, stays in the same key signature.